Broadcast Center, this is Channel 3 News.
We are all about the inauguration this morning, and that includes some fashion, like what will be worn to the inaugural balls. Plus, it's Trendy Tuesday. Maureen Kyle joins us next, special guests, and we're talking hair. Thank goodness. AJ, what's going on? Dino Palmieri's creative director, John Anthony Marinucci, talking about how to make changes in your style. Morning, Maureen, and everyone.
Good morning. Yeah, we've been talking about changes. Mostly because, you know, a lot of people are looking to make smart financial moves when it comes to their style, and just you want to change. A lot of people just are craving change this year. So I'm here with John Anthony, and we were talking before, a lot of this style is coming from not the regular sources, not the fashion magazines or anything like that, but from Hollywood.
Yep. Hollywood and TV and all that stuff. What happens often now is that we used to look at Vogue and Harper's Bazaar, and we'd see Jackie Kennedy, we'll see Michelle Obama on the cover of many magazines, influencing our society and creating a time period where things are going to be looking that way, which is great, But what we're seeing now is that many stars are wearing glamorous outfits from designers. It's a lot more cost-effective for them to put it on. You know, Beckman, what's her name?
Victoria Beckman.
Victoria Beckman, and she gets on 3 or 4 major magazines at least a year on the cover, and that outfit goes a lot further. So that's what's happening right now.
Right.
So a lot of
we need a lot of glamour in our lives, and I want to show Megan's before picture before we talk about her cut. I believe we have a before picture of what Megan's hair looked like. Very common style. I see this style a lot. Now tell me what changes you made to Megan's hair here.
Now Megan was influenced by, like I said earlier, Victoria Beckman's pixie cut. It's what we call the pointy pixie, or the PC pixie in this sense, okay? So with Megan's hair, as you see, we influence it by color, which is really dramatic nowadays. Anything you can do to move color creates action, texture, or movement in the hair. And then what we did in the cut, it is a lot shorter. As she turns her head towards the camera, it is a lot shorter, but it's also a PC cut. So it's not just a pixie. It's got a little bit of influence from that era, but we've stepped it up a little bit. And people see this, and they bring these pictures to our salons, and they say, this is who I want to look like.
And we have more styles coming up, too. We have a couple other girls to show you, but if you're really craving a style change, we have that for you coming up. We're going to be here throughout the show. Back to you, Mark and AJ.
All right, Trendy Tuesday, we're talking about inaugural fashion. And while today people are wondering what Michelle Obama will be wearing, back in the day it was all about Lucretia Garfield. Let's take a look at the dress Mrs. Garfield wore to her husband James' inaugural ball. It was originally a delicate lavender, but has faded to an oyster white. More from Abby at the James A. Garfield National Historical Site coming up in just a little bit. First, let's check in with Maureen, since we're talking Trendy Tuesday here. 2009 marks a new era, new president, new country, craving some change. Maureen, talk change with me.
That's right. A lot of people just are taking this as a milestone. You know, it's a new era, it's a new year. It's time for change. So that's what we've been talking about all morning. I'm here with John Anthony Marinucci from Dino Palmieri Salons. He's got a couple of styles for us that we're going to be talking about coming up, but we've been talking about how people are looking to somebody like Michelle Obama or some celebrities to look for these changes. So that's what people are basing their hairstyles on lately?
That's true. You know, a lot of, and often history repeats itself. You know, they showed some beautiful gowns there. They were absolutely beautiful, and some of that stuff will just come back in a different way. Technology changes things. As we see how hair color changes, it's because there's new ways to do things, and people want to try it, and so that's how it ends up and evolves into different directions.
Awesome. Well, we are going to be taking a look at some of these styles coming up in just a little bit, but change, if you're craving it, we've got some change for you this morning on Trendy Tuesday. Mark, back to you.
Now that's a good idea. Maureen, thank you very much. Almost 6:27 right now. And as we look ahead to the inauguration of our making office and the start of a new year, many people are looking to make changes in their personal life. That's the focus of our Trendy Tuesday. Maureen Kyle joins us now live with more on that. Maureen.
Good morning, Mark. Of course, change. People want to make it because, you know, the economy, people are down a little bit. You need something to keep you motivated, give you hope. We're just coming off of New Year's, too. And a lot of change is coming from Hollywood. That's where a lot of people are taking their cues. I'm here with John Anthony Marinucci of Dino Palmieri Salons. Now, John, tell me, we have a few styles here. We've been talking all morning. Where are we getting some of these styles from?
Well, For this particular style, Brittany brought me a picture of what did you call them again?
The Pussycat Dolls.
That's right.
Well, let's show her before. Let's show her before picture, just before we show the finished product, and we'll show. That's what her hair looked like before. A very common style. I've seen this style on a lot of women, and here's a change that you can make if we can show her her now and explain what you did to
well,
her
with Brittany's hair, she brought me this picture, and I thought it was like a little too rock star looking for her.
Yeah.
You know, so we kept it just a bit longer, a little bit more layered out. But again, this is what people are seeing. They're seeing pictures in Us and People, Newsweek, and everywhere else. So we lightened her hair up a little bit, and she actually likes the darker base a little bit, which came out really nice. Gabby at our salon spent a lot of time fixing her up with the color, and then we created this really layered out hairstyle. Now, she can't walk around looking like a rock star all the time,
Right.
but she can certainly wear something similar to it, and that's what this hairstyle is influenced by.
All right, and our next hairstyle, let's show the before picture. I believe this is Danielle, if we can, and this is another common hairstyle that a lot of people have, curls. You know, what do you do with it? So here, explain what you've done with Danielle now.
Well, Danielle's hairstyle was influenced by Katie Holmes. Now, Katie Holmes, again, is creating, what we did is we took her naturally curly hair, we layered it out a little bit, created some beautiful coloring techniques with inside of it. The color mostly comes from underneath, as you see. She moves it with her hands and creates a different feeling, but she wanted it a little bit longer than Katie's do. So we just took a little bit of that influence, reincorporated it, redesigned it, and made it work for her, and it came out great.
All right, great. And we're going to show some of these styles online later if you go to WKYC.com. Now, I think we're going